Okay, well, this may just starting it like this may either be a really good idea or a really bad idea. I actually don't know. Let's find out. Okay, well, that's working, so that's good. Okay. Let's see. All right. Just setting it up still. See if that does anything. So I'll wait a little bit. I see we got 2 people who just joined. Thank you. Hello. Down to 1. Well, I'll give it a little bit. I love this new webcam. It's so much smoother than last time. Also, I am kind of burning up in here. So we got 1. Don't worry, once there'll be some that start coming in. But hello, welcome, happy Friday night. It is a little later than I was trying to shoot for, but I did have some stuff I had to do today, but I still gotta go get Dewie at 1. But that gives me about 2 3/4 before I have to go get him. Also, I see you in the chat, Gallup. Hello, welcome. This is going to be once again potentially little organization. So I wanted this to be like, I wanted to play music and whatnot tonight, but one, it did get a teensy bit late, and like I said, I do have to go get Dewie very soon. Well, not very soon, in like 3 hours. But if nothing ends up coming of that, I will make sure to do it next time, because I still am trying to find a way to glomp in the Cider Fest set that I still need to make up for. I have not forgotten. I still wanted to do something for my 9-year Bronyversary, which I never got to do. So it may end up being one of those things that just kind of meshes all into one, which is kind of what I wanted to do tonight. But like I said, time has been a bit of a difficulty today, because I had work earlier. I came home, cleaned up, and then I met my mom for something, and now I'm back here, which again, like, if this had started like 2 hours earlier or whatever, maybe make this a Friday thing. What do you mean? Just like random chills, like just a consistent Friday stream where we all just hang out and whatnot? That's what I'm guessing here, but Let's see. Because I will say, like, that if that is what you're getting at, random chills and music stuff, right? That actually is kind of tempting. I don't know if I could do it like every Friday or whatever day we decide on, but at the very least, like a bi-weekly thing. I think that's not a bad idea. Also, hi Spiky, I see you. So I'm very much playing this by ear. I did have music gear to set up and whatnot. But the more I thought about it, I'm not super sure if I should just, go through the process of setting that up now, or just save it for like, a week or two. You should come play the last game in BlepCon, Spiky. Oh, that's right. BlepCon's going on right now. Well, technically, BlabCon's always going on, but I mean, like, they're doing their, let's see. Yep, there's your game night. What is that? Is that Jackbox? It looks like Jackbox. Man, I keep forgetting about that. Otherwise, I personally would be joining you guys as well. Give me a little bit more time, like another week or three, and I will start to consistently make those, because I do want in on that. That is fun. Yeah. Okay. Survive the Internet is like that Jackbox game that I'll either do really well at or just completely embarrass myself with how bad it is. There's no like, Dewey did okay. He either won or he got like either dead last or second to dead last. I don't know. It is a fun one though. My favorite is still what's the rap battle one? That one is a lot of fun. I don't do it very well. I feel bad that I can't remember their names, but there's two Jackbox games I really like. Aside from Quiplash, everyone loves Quiplash, but there is there's the Madverse City. Thank you. Yeah, Madverse City, the one that's the rap battle, and the other one that is you telling jokes. Like they set you up with like some sort of like stand-up comedy thing. Like the whole theme is everyone's on a cruise ship, and it eventually sinks. But yeah, it's all about like writing quick stand-up jokes. That one's a lot of fun too. There you go, Joke Boat. Man, Spiky on point with these names. So thank you for that. Yeah. So we got Madverse City and Joke Boat. I really, really like those, and of course Quiplash. But I'm not really counting Quiplash in this because everyone loves Quiplash. I don't think I've ever played a Jackbox game where we decided on Quiplash and there was someone in the crowd who was groaning. It just seems like everyone loves it. Let me see. Let me check. So we got Madverse City. Oh, you both said it, so thank you. So they're playing Survive the Internet right now. Let me think. Oh, hold on. I got something typing. Let's see. We got 4 in the chat. Again, I'm gonna try and get better at this more and more often. Let's see. Yeah, sorry. I'm still very much in the territory of making this up as I go. So there's definitely going to be a lot of dead air and whatnot. But depending on how this goes, I will probably it may end it like I may just end up chatting and whatnot. But yeah, I wanted to get a little post birthday thing in because I know we had to cut it short the other night because that was fun. We were on a roll, but it's all good. We got 3, so it's Spiky, Gallop. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. Which, by the way, speaking of which, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. That was really sweet of y'all. So that was really nice. Oh, as a miscellaneous thing, I set it up. I went ahead and set it up just in case. There was indeed going to be music tonight, but just to have it and see what comes of it, I actually made a coffee account. That was something I had started. How does it feel being 28? Still stressed. Still plenty stressed. Doesn't really feel much different. Largely because I've been 27 for so long. Honestly, like I kind of still go about my day feeling like I'm 27, and then I have to stop myself. Like, no, you're 28 now. So there's that. But anyways, yeah, I have a coffee account. I just made it like earlier today, so it's very basic, very scrounged up. There's a link in the description. So I mean, obviously, don't worry about it right now. But I did want to set up for anyone who's interested. I did want to set up like a little donation thing as a just in case. I'm still a bit of an idiot with it. I don't really know how specifically it works, but I figured, interesting little experiment with that. So yeah, being 28 is all right so far. Like I said, it's not really much different. I did have a lot. Oh my god, I did have a lot of fun on the birthday night though, because myself, Nevi, and a friend of ours, we all went to Oak Lawn, and that was so much fun. I did a lot of drinking, but like I never got anything past. Like just a very mild buzz. I was weirded out by that. What is this? Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Gallup. Again, like this was mainly to test it and just see how it functions and whatnot. But congratulations, you have technically bought me my first coffee, and I didn't even get my guitar out. So I appreciate that. In all seriousness, I really do. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, excuse me. So we went to Oak Lawn. Nevi and I had a dinner at this place called Spice Creation. It is a delicious Indian restaurant. So one of the things that I'm trying to get a lot better at this year is cooking. Like I want to get into cooking. Cooking was kind of like the side hobby that I picked up during quarantine. I'm still really, really, really bad at it, but that's just a general skill that's long overdue with me, wanting to learn it and whatnot. So I started trying to get into that. Like I said, I still suck, but as a result, I'm also trying to be less picky with food. And so I'm trying to be less picky with food and start eating different things and expanding my palate more and whatnot. And this year was the first time I had ever tried Indian food. And oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I love it. It's this place down the street from where we are. Hey, welcome, Aiden. You say you're sorry you're late. Technically, I'm the one who's late. This stream is starting way later than I was hoping it would. But at the same time, it's not that big a deal. It's just right now it's just a chill hangout. And I was talking about Indian food and whatnot and how really, really good it is. I don't know what it was. Like I had this growing curiosity about it as of late. And I hate saying it. I think the Spice Up Your Life episode of MLP might have had something to do with that. Because they're making the Indian food and that. And I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm like, oh wow, even in the show that looks interesting. I should give this a try sometime. Eventually it translated over into the real world. And something else too. Like I saw a so one of the new YouTube rabbit holes I'll go down occasionally is watching somebody else like prepare some dish that I have no hope of making. And one of them was for spicy beef curry, and oh my god, it looked delicious. It looked so good. And so I was like, all right, you know what? That's pretty much it. I need to give this a shot and whatnot. I need to give this a shot. So one night, I went by myself. This was back in this was like 3-4 months ago, something like that. But I went to go check out this place, Spice Creation. I went to go check it out. They gave me I just basically said, give me some basic level 1 Indian kind of food, and it was delicious. Oh my god, it was so good. I got the chicken tikka masala with naan bread, and I immediately fell in love. So as soon as I had that, I ran home, told Nevi about it, and I was like, oh my god, hon, I gotta take you here. It's so good. It's so good. So I eventually took him. Now he loves it. Now we both love it. And he took me there for my birthday, so I appreciate that. I know you're at work right now, hon, but thank you for that. I will never say no to Spice Creation. That place is absolutely delicious. Let me check. Let me catch back up in the chat. Cheese Wheels didn't Didn't know people recognize me. I've gone down 2 YouTube rabbit holes in the last 2 days. Dead malls. Oh man. Okay, so the mascot one doesn't surprise me. That's a very that's a very spiky thing. The mascot thing, that's fine. The dead malls, you need to be careful with that because that is that can be a little I've walked through a mall that was like on the verge of death, and it's really depressing. Like, it bums me out seeing that kind of stuff. Excuse me. But this is a question for everybody, but primarily it's kind of focused on Spiky here. When it comes to looking at stuff like that, has anybody ever heard of a YouTube channel called The Proper People? It's actually been a while since I've watched one of their videos, but it is a really cool channel. Basically, the whole idea behind it is it's this group of guys. I can't remember if it's like how many it is. I think it's like anywhere between like 3 to 5, something like that. But basically, their whole shtick is they take really high quality cameras and really high quality like microphones and whatnot, and they'll go and they'll explore abandoned areas. And it ranges from like all sorts of stuff. They've been to abandoned malls. That's pretty much what brought this up. They've gone through abandoned malls, an abandoned hotel, abandoned missile silos. One of their biggest ones, and I remember, so like I think they're stationed in the Louisiana area. But one of their biggest things was it was so big it was a 2-part series for them. Where they got all their stuff and they went to go explore the ruins of Six Flags New Orleans, which closed down after Hurricane Katrina and has pretty much remained untouched ever since. But they went in there and just explored it. It's like, it's got that creepy eeriness to it because, again, there's smashed plates everywhere. All the rides are old and decayed. But it's really, really cool though. But yeah, the channel as a whole is really solid. I like it. I haven't watched it in a while, but they'll go some more examples of things that they've explored. They've gone to a mega church. They've gone to bowling alleys. Check it out. It's really cool. I'm just going to catch up on the chat. Fed says thoughts on Rush. My favorite band. My all-time favorite band. You can play any Rush song, and I'll probably figure out what it is in like 5 seconds. Thoughts on Rush? What's a dead mall like? Depressing. Especially if it's a mall that you have been like attached to, like whenever, like a mall that you grew up with, and whatnot. To watch it, be on the decline and whatnot. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer. Because it's a bummer, and let me see. So there's that. What's the dead mall like? Hi, Kyle. Don't worry, I recognize the picture. I know it's you. But welcome. Let me see, what does Spiky say? I haven't seen the Slugger. Oh, they're talking about the bloopers some more. We have 5 people now. We'll welcome everyone. So. I mentioned this earlier, but just to catch the people who are just now joining up, basically the original plan was indeed to start playing music and whatnot, but due to how today has gone, I had to start this stream pretty late, a lot later than I was hoping. So tonight may not be the best night. I absolutely have not forgotten about the Cider Fest set that I still owe after all these months. It is still very much on my mind. So probably one of the early weekends in July, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna finally hammer out that concert that I've been talking about wanting to do. So we'll see. And I mean, even then, I may still play just a little song or two tonight. I just don't have any gear set up to give you the quality that I do during online convention streams and whatnot. You ever been to a concert of Rush? Yes, I have been to 5. I've been to 5 Rush concerts, and they were all just so wonderful. I went to Vapor Trails. I went to Snakes and Arrows, which I'm so glad you got to go to that one too because it is so good. Snakes and Arrows is such an underrated album. So I went to Vapor Trails. I went to Snakes and Arrows. I went to Rush 40, An Evening with Rush, and of course Clockwork Angels, which I mean they never disappointed. Still adore that band. I'm still very heartbroken about Neil Peart's passing. That was not a fun way to start. That was not a fun way to start 2020 off. And there are still some. I will admit there are still some Rush songs that I cannot listen to without tearing up. Still, two examples are The Garden, which is just an absolutely magnificent song. Like, I would say, I personally, you have to understand why it's borderline impossible for me to narrow it down to, these songs are my favorites, because that list will change frequently, but, I will say that I think The Garden, the last song off of Clockwork Angels, and technically the last Rush song ever, is an absolute masterpiece. It is such an amazing song. I will cover it someday, and just it has a lot of weight to it now. And I guarantee you, if I pulled it up now, I would start crying, which I'm not going to do that. So there's that. Oh, another one, Available Light, the last song off of Presto, which is another great Rush album that nobody ever really talks about. Available Light is a great song. Let me catch him back up. Randy Johnson knows all the Rush members personally, so Jelly. Rush 40 sounds too close to the band. No offense, but I know Rush has been around a little longer than Crush 40 has. Rush 40, it's called Rush 40 because it was their 40-year anniversary of being a band together and whatnot. And they also did a Rush 30. I was not able to go that one, but I've seen the DVD my fair share of times. But no, I just, to the whole chat, Rush is an absolutely phenomenal band. If you like my music, you should probably know that I draw a lot of inspiration from them. Those that know my song, My Little Heaven, that is directly inspired from Test for Echo, which is a great song. I had a lot of Rush influence whenever I wrote Glimmer. That is heavily inspired by the Rush sound. So, yeah. Case in point, I love Rush. And thank you to Fed927 for getting me on that little spiel. Oh, another thing about Rush real quick. I'm actually looking at them right over there. So, everyone talks about how wonderful a band Rush is and how magnificent of a drummer Neil Peart was, God rest his soul. But people tend to forget just how phenomenal of a writer he was, both in his lyrics as well as his books. He actually, he wrote a lot of books. And I have two of his right over there. Roadshow, Landscape with Drums, which is all about just the various tours that they've gone on over the years. And it's basically him just recounting a lot of the things that he experienced on the road. But the other one that is really a lot more, emotionally charged is the one right next to it. Ghost Rider, Travels on the Healing Path. For a little bit of context of what exactly that happened with what that was, basically after Rush put out their Test for Echo album in the 90s, Neil Peart he underwent some really heartbreaking tragedies. His daughter was killed in a car wreck, and then shortly after, his wife passed away. So, I mean, understandably, he was absolutely devastated. And I can't imagine what that's like. And so, he loaded up his motorcycle and he just took off. He basically, he got on his motorcycle and he traveled all, I can't remember, it's he said something like 14,000 miles, but he just went all up and down, North America. And that's what that book is about. It's about his time on the road as he's trying to heal from such an awful two awful tragedies. But it's a really, really powerful read. Like even if you've never heard a Rush song or whatnot, I heavily recommend that book because it's really obviously it's very very emotional. But yeah, so I'll unless Fed ends up asking me another question about him, I will shut up about Rush other than to say go listen to them. They are my favorite band. Anyways, so kind of piggybacking off of that conversation. So they're my favorite band, and I try to avoid like top 5, top 10 lists as often as I can, largely because I know myself well enough to know that if I make that list on Tuesday, it will have changed by Thursday. Um, I unless there's like very specific circumstances and whatnot, um, unless there's like very specific circumstances or very niche things, like my list will constantly change. There's only a very small handful of things that I know will remain my favorite in whatever category. Um, but like some of my other favorite bands, so Rush is at the top, but right behind them is Pink Floyd. I love, 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 love Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is wonderful. Go listen to the song On the Turning Away off of their A Momentary Lapse of Reason album. Love it. It's so good. You can't go wrong with Pink Floyd. Def Leppard is, I've always had a soft spot for Def Leppard. I saw them in concert. They were great. Def Leppard is really, really good. Let me see. So there's that. See, this is kind of why I'm having to think, because I try to, like I said, I try to avoid the top 10 list, but like, there's, and obviously I'm trying to keep this like outside of the pony fandom. We talk pony fandom, I can go on for a lot longer. If anyone knows, it's one of those things where you may not know the name, but you know his work. Jonathan Coulton. I grew up with Jonathan Coulton. I love a lot of his songs. If you're scratching your head wondering who that is, Still Alive from the game Portal. He wrote that song. He also did the song to the second game. What's it called? Once You Gone. Admittedly, I'm not really knowledgeable about Portal 2 as opposed to Portal 1, but yeah, he is responsible for that. But like, I love Jonathan Coulton for like a bunch of the other stuff he did. His song Code Monkey, The Future Soon, Big Bad World 1, A Talk with George. They're just, they're so good. And he also, like, from a musician and a songwriter standpoint, he did something that he's not the first person to do it, but he was the first person that I saw do it way back then. He had a series called Thing a Week, which is exactly what it sounds like, where every week, I don't know how long he did, I think he did it for a whole year, but every week he wrote and produced a new song. It doesn't matter how great it was, how bad it was, whatever it was, it's done. You got to cast it out there. And he has like several albums that do the whole thing. Like there's Thing of Week 1, Thing of Week 2, and I think they're broken up into like eighths of that year, or whatever that time frame was. But like that is a brutal thing that's a brutal thing to ask of a songwriter, especially whenever like look at me, for example. It's almost been an entire year since I have put out a new song. So yeah, there's that. I would like to do something like that, but like I remember when I first got into songwriting and whatnot, and I heard that Jonathan Coulton did that. I was like, that's insane. How the heck did he do that? That's amazing. And again, like the products speak for themselves. They're actually really good songs. Happy early birthday. Oh, thank you. It actually, my birthday was actually on Tuesday. This is just like a little post-birthday hangout and whatnot. So my birthday has already come and gone, although I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Cheese Whiz in all caps, just Portal. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Jonathan Coulton. Oh, so this is also a question for you. Sure, fire away. What you got? Question for you. Oh, you even tagged me too. But yes, what is your question? In fact, while you're typing your question and whatnot, if they made a soda called Daring Do / Do, would you drink it? at the very least, I feel like I would be obligated to just try it. I would have to just, I'd have to just try it. If it's great, awesome. If it's bad, well, I at least tried, And the funny thing about that, because a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people don't know this, but like a little fun fact, even with the name like Do the Daring Do and whatnot, personally, I actually don't really like Mountain Dew all that much. You know what? Hold on. That's not entirely true. I do like Mountain Dew. Like the Baja Blast that everyone goes nuts about. Yeah, it's very good and whatnot. But like, and also there have been instances in the past where I've like played at a con, be it like on stage or in the halls or whatever, and someone has like given me a bottle of Mountain Dew because Do the Daring Do. And if you do that, I'll drink it. Of course I'll drink it. I appreciate it and whatnot, but let me put it to you this way: if you and I are road tripping somewhere, and we stop and get gas, and you hand me $2 and say, "Here, go pick out whatever drink you want inside," I'm not going to come back with Mountain Dew. Is basically what that means. Because again, like I still like it. It's just not my soda of choice. And before you ask me the inevitable, well, what is? Dr. Pepper. I'm a huge Dr. Pepper person, even though, and I am a little proud of myself on this, that I am trying to cut back on soda in general. I still drink it, but compared to how I was like a year or two ago, I think I've actually gotten pretty good at it. Let's see. Excuse me. Do you think Daring Do is based on Lara Croft or Nathan Drake? Indiana Jones, duh. Aren't there even scenes where she has a whip? I'm pretty sure. But that's one of the things I've always loved about the character Daring Do and whatnot. Like, it's just been like, she is, she's an Indiana Jones inspired pony who looks like Lara Croft, and her book titles sound like Harry Potter books. Dr. Pepper, I will never forgive you. I hereby kick you out of your own stream. All right, stream's over. Bye, everyone. See you. Kidding. Typical for... I mean, look, be me a Texan, a Floridian, or from Minnesota. It's not my fault Dr. Pepper is good, okay? Let's see. The cream soda flavor of Dr. Pepper, cherry Dr. Pepper. I've had that. Cherry Dr. Pepper is pretty good. I remember way back in the day, someone gave me a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that. Wait, is Do the Daring Do? Yes, I am. I am from Dallas, Texas. I've lived in this area my whole life. So yeah, no, I'm definitely a Texan. The urban kind. I don't particularly care much for rural settings. To be fair, I haven't had it in years. I'd be willing to try it again. I like the shirt. I forget what style that is with the moon. That is called Vaporwave. It is Vaporwave because this is the Harmony Con shirt from year 2 where our theme was Vaporwave. So yeah, it's Vaporwave. Have you watched Walker, Texas Ranger? Oh my goodness. No, I don't think I have actually. I don't think I've ever watched Walker. I mean, obviously I know what Walker, Texas Ranger is, but I don't recall me ever like intentionally, like not intentionally, but like intently. That's the word I'm looking for. Intently watching it. Also, we are just discussing and fanboying over soda flavors. This is Max Wholesome Vaporwave, baby. Yeah, I mean, if you go look up not just a bunch of the videos from the con, but also like the art that the design team did and whatnot, year 2 was like, it was just drenched in Vaporwave, and that was the theme that we went with. I'm happy with it. I like it. Dewey's too young. It's not that I'm too young for it. It's just I never really watched it. It's sus. I saw him vent. Lol. No, like my age has nothing to do with if I know Walker, Texas. Like I know what it is. I just don't recall watching it. And the funny thing about that whole thing of like, oh, you're too young to know what that is. I'm like, my favorite band is from 1968. So, does Daring Do? I just had Chinese food, actually. I just got back from a Chinese restaurant. So that should answer your question. Also, rip my Cubs to 10-2 loss. Oh, ouch. Wait, I thought you were a Dodgers fan. Let's see. Stop posting about Among Us. I'm tired of seeing it. Please tell me you know what I'm referencing. Fun fact, I actually have not... I have yet to play Among Us. I love General Salad Chicken. I typically, at least this time, I got sesame chicken. Sesame chicken with white steamed rice is really good. It came down between that and orange chicken. But yeah, to ultimately just kind of, answer your question, yes, I love Chinese food. Chinese food is really, good Chinese food. Hey there, Harper, welcome. Jeez, get crazy with the cheese. Solar, Solar, I know Cheese Whiz. He's not actually mad. He's joking. He's playing around. Bruh, I love the Cubbies just as much as the Dodgers. Also, I'm currently listening to 80s punk and I'm a Gen Z music tape. Well, of course not. Yes, but anyways, yeah. Solar, don't worry. I know this guy, he's joking around. I promise you, he's just joking. So, yeah, Chinese food is really good. I talked about Indian food earlier. I need to get a little more adventurous with Indian food, though. Oh my god, like I said, I just recently discovered how good naan bread is. Naan bread is great. Chicken tikka masala. It's so good. Is Daring Do anime? I think it depends. Like, I would not call myself like a nut. But Nevi has my boyfriend Nevi. He has had me. He's introduced me to a lot of anime that he really likes, and so I check them out, and they're really good. Like, I don't like. I don't know. Like, oh my god, Bleach. I haven't seen Bleach in forever. I didn't get. And this was years ago. This was before I was involved in anything pony related. But I watched the first 20-something episodes of Bleach, and they were really good, but I just kind of got distracted. So yeah, I have seen Bleach, but like I said, it's been a very, very, very long time. But to give you some examples, will the Rangers win against the Twins tonight? Top of the I have no idea. I have not been paying attention to that game. Obviously, I hope they do, but if they don't, I also won't be surprised. My expectations for my Rangers are incredibly low this year. But let me see. To give you some examples of anime that Nevi has introduced me to that I really like. The first one we watched together was, if anyone knows, Ouran High School Host Club. That was really good. I loved it. A lot of fun. Then we watched what is probably my favorite out of all of these, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is so good. Oh my god, it was awesome. After Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, we watched Death Note, which was really good. And then I watched the Death Note movie on Netflix, which was very not good. Let's see. Okay, so I'm watching Bleach on a site called WC. I use that website all the time. I know exactly what you're talking about. Death Note, yeah. Death Note, the anime, is really good. Death Note, the anime, is really good. Death Note, the movie, is not. I did not like it at all. Yeah, FMA Brotherhood is excellent. So after Death Note, we watched one that was much shorter. If anyone has ever heard of Ghost Hunt, let me see. Is Navi... no. Nevi, N-E-V-Y. And yes, he, yeah, Nevi, or Nevalin, just Nevi for short. Yes, Nevalin is my boyfriend. He's not here right now. He's at work. But, yeah, he's the one who got me into these animes. Anyway, so there was Ghost Hunt. Ghost Hunt it's short, but it's really good. And then after Ghost Hunt we watched, we watched Inuyasha. Inuyasha is really good. And one of the reasons why Inuyasha clicked with me, because I know Grayscale is going through it right now. Sango. But one of the reasons why Inuyasha it had such an appeal was because a lot, and I mean a lot, of the people who worked on MLP originally worked on Inuyasha. Like, there's a lot of the same voice actors. Like, for example, Sango is Kelly Sheridan. That's Starlight Glimmer, and she's one of the main characters. Inuyasha himself is Richard Ian Cox. If I recall, that's Snails. Yeah, it's Snails. So like, there's a lot of people that are in it. And I see the chat raving, correctly so, about Bluey. God bless Bluey. Bluey is just, So like, I like to think that, and it's not just MLP. MLP has certainly been a big part of it, but like, I like to think that shows, including but not limited to MLP, have given us a pretty good sense of like when we can tell like a show is genuinely special. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell it's something unique. You can tell it's something that has like substance and is genuinely special. I would absolutely put Bluey in that. Category. Is Ghost Hunt that anime that breaks the fourth wall? Not really. No, I don't really recall any. I don't recall any fourth wall breaks. It's basically about a girl who, if I recall, she's like in debt to the head of. She's in debt to the head of like the school's paranormal investigation unit because she like broke a camera or something, and so she's been doing like all these investigations with them and whatnot. It's pretty short, but it's really good. I think it's only like 25 episodes, but yeah, Ghost Hunt is really good. Starlight is best. But yeah, to go back, Bluey. Oh my god, Bluey is just so good. If you have not watched Bluey, you need to change that. It is phenomenal, and I can't wait for season 3. Also, Dewey, if you want a good Death Note live-action film, check out Death Note, the 2006 film. It is a film that follows the anime very closely. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's totally fine. That's totally fine because I was talking, of course, about the, 2016, 2017 live-action Netflix movie, which was very not good. The one good thing that it did have, though, like, and this is not me defending the movie at all. The movie is still very not good. But Willem Dafoe as Ryuk was an excellent cast choice. Like, I did love that. He is such a good fit for that role. But everything else is no. Ghost Stories. Yeah, I don't know Ghost Stories. Have you seen the anime movie The Disappearance? I remember I thought it was The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Because, like, I personally don't know it, but I do remember that name because I had some friends that were, like, super into it. No, I don't know The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, but I've heard of The Melancholy. Also, here, let me fire back. Hold on one sec. I know a really good anime called My Roommate is a Cat. Sounds weird, but it's super short and awesome. It's about a shut-in writer who overcame crippling social anxiety through his love for his cat. That's cute. Not an anime, not like an anime show, but an anime movie. Has anyone seen or at least heard of Paprika? That is such a great movie. It is an absolute... The movie is nuts, but it's really, really good if you have not seen it. Paprika. Very good movie. Just going to catch up on the chat a little bit. The cat just falls into his life one day and forces him. Attack on Titan. I have seen only the first episode of Attack on Titan. Long time ago. But... it looked pretty good. I can't remember if it's still... Also, I'd like to take a moment to just giggle. Like, this is the most I've talked about anime specifically in one sitting in a long time. Dewey claims he's not a weeb, but goes on for 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm very self-aware of that now. Like, at least compared to a lot of others I know and whatnot, like, I am a very casual anime fan. In fact, here's the funny thing. So, way back when I first started going to conventions, they weren't pony conventions because pony conventions actually weren't around. My first convention was back in 2009. It was an anime convention. It was A-Fest, and I used to we used to go there a lot, and it was a lot of fun. But I mainly just went there to go hang out and chill with people. And I had a friend who kind of got onto me for that. He gave me the whole, well, if you aren't really into anime, then what are you doing here? Which was like, whoa, that's not what this takeaway is. Speaking of sodas from earlier, I'm now drinking a Diet Dew in honor of you. Oh, hey, that rhymes. Well, thank you very much. Dewey claims he's not a furry, so we already know he's a liar. I mean, we're going down that argument again, but yeah, I still maintain, no. I'm not a furry. I have seen maybe a combined 10 minutes of Agretsuko, and that's only because other people that were in the room were actively watching it while I was doing something else. I don't know Beastars. I know Agretsuko, I just don't really know what it is. I just know it's very popular. And of course, when you're in my position and you watch it with little to no context, you don't really know what to make of it. Something about an office setting or whatnot. What animal is she anyways? Is she a fox? I was not paying attention. I was doing something else. I just know the name Agretsuko. Do you remember an anime where dad turns his own dog and daughter into a... That's Full Metal Alchemist. That's Brotherhood. That's one of the early episodes. And of course I know that. That was one of the most messed up scenes. And anytime somebody makes a joke off of it or memes it, you're supposed to groan oh! Guys, I'm not super into anime because other people are way more into it. Sure, I watch tons of shows, but I'm not a weeb. I didn't say that in my head. Come on now. A red panda. Oh, okay. Okay. I had no idea. That just shows you how little I was paying attention. Let me see. Get wrecked. But yeah, to answer Solar Moon's thing, that's Brotherhood. That's not if you've watched Brotherhood, that's not a scene you forget. That was real. It was William Afton from FNAF, lol, dark joke. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that one zipped over my head. But when you talk about that, I'm very much gonna go to the daddy scene from Brotherhood, which I need to watch Brotherhood again. It's been about a year and some change, but it was really good. The man behind the slaughter. I know I'm not doing a whole lot for the whole I'm not a weeb argument, which, whatever. But I did have another one. I had a couple, actually. A couple of animes to recommend. I recommend Paranoia Agent. It's only 12 episodes long, and it used to run on Adult Swim. Very good. Very good show. Let me see. So Paranoia Agent is really good. Paranoia Agent, but my favorite anime is an anime that it's one of those things where I'm always so happy when I find someone to talk about it with. If anyone has ever heard of Mushishi, I love Mushishi. Oh my god, that show is so good. With Travis Willingham as the lead who plays Ginkgo. Go check it out. It's the best way I can describe it is a Japanese Twilight Zone with ghosts. It's really good. Or ghost-like creatures. I really like hard stuff. The world is fucked. Let's all escape into a world full of sunshine and rainbows. Hence the brony thing. Yeah, pretty much. Out of all the animes, which death made you cry? I can't really think of one. Anime in general doesn't really... I don't think I've ever cried in an anime. When it comes to ponies, oh yeah. There's plenty of stuff in ponies that has made me cry. And continues to do so. But not so much anime. Mushishi is great. Oh yeah. Mushishi is so good. I love the episode Raindrops and Rainbows about the guy who's following the rain and he's trying to he's trying to capture the rainbow to prove that he could. Yeah, I don't cry during fictitious works typically. That's not what I said at all. There's plenty of fictitious works that make me cry. I just can't recall it. Okay, you know what? That's not entirely true. Unless you count Pokemon. Because there have been some scenes in Pokemon that have made me tear up. Ooh, what stuff in MLP made you tear up? See, that's a way easier answer. And yes, Gallup is right. Crusaders of the Lost Mark definitely makes me cry. But nothing. And I repeat. Oh, you know what? Before I get into that, the first time the show ever made me cry / tear up was Magical Mystery Cure during Celestia's Ballad, which is just such a great, powerful scene. I love it. Now, Ash's Sacrifice. No, that's actually not what I'm talking about with Pokemon, but fair. No. Like, to answer the whole, ooh, what stuff in MLP made you tear up? No, actually, The Perfect Pair did not. I don't know what it is. Like, The Perfect Pair is a phenomenal episode. It's really great. I love it. Yeah, I cried when they ruined Twilight 2. Yeah, screw you too. That episode's great. But no, when it comes to The Perfect Pair, wonderful episode. Love it. But it just didn't make me cry for some reason. Go figure. Again, I still love it. I mean, I could play her in my head like a catchy song right now if I wanted to. No, but what I was going to talk about is The Last Problem. As in the episode. Like, to this day, I've only seen like the episode as a whole once. When it first aired. But it is an absolute phenomenal episode. I cannot listen to The Magic of Friendship Grows without doing one of those ugly cries. Do not play that song in front of me. It will happen. I guarantee it. And yes, I have every intention of covering that song. It is a masterpiece. It is an absolute, no questions asked masterpiece. And a hell of a way to end such a special show. Catching up in the chat. I tend to cry at the end of Dragon movies. Every How to Train Your Dragon, the live action Pete's Dragon, and Raya and the Lost. Okay, let's hold on. Perfect Pair was a very, very, very good episode. It wasn't one of my all-time favorites, but it is still very good. How will you sing it if you can't do it without crying? I guess we'll find out, but stay tuned because I definitely plan on doing it. I actually have the project started. It's just a matter of like picking it back up. I have a feeling someone's going to copy and paste the lyrics in chat. Try not to, just because I don't think they're going to like spamming the chat with that. But don't worry, I have every intention of covering that song because it is unquestionably my favorite song in the show. Let me see. To go back to what Spikey was saying, this may shock you, but I have not seen Raya and the Last Dragon, and I haven't seen Pete's Dragon long enough to really remember anything from it, but I just very recently, finally saw How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, and then we watched the second one. So I've seen How to Train Your Dragon and How to Train Your Dragon 2, but like very recently. This is when yeah. The bonds grow deeper, lasting longer. My favorite song would be Impossible. And the greatest spell you'll know is The Magic of Friendship Grows. Yeah. Nice try. But yeah, like, I just recently saw How to Train Your Dragon. Did you cry when Twilight witnessed Celestia banning her sister in the flashback? No, I did not. This is a long time to carry a conversation of did you cry and insert thing here. No, I did not. But I mean, it's an incredibly powerful scene, and like when you like I zoom in, you can see Celestia tearing up as she does it. It's so good. They handled that really, really well. Please don't post the lyrics. I haven't finished the show. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say cut it with the lyrics. See, I actually did not know that. Cheese Whiz, get on that. Let me see. This is an important question. Do you think they went too far stoning a literal child, or do you think Cozy Glow deserved? Okay. So again, let's cut it with the spoilers. Because there are at least 2 people in this chat who have not seen it. So I'm not going to answer that question, but yeah, No spoilers. No spoilers. All I'm saying is just finish it. Season 9 as a whole is just so good. It's so damn good. I'm 2 episodes away or something, but I don't want... Yeah. I'm 2 episodes away, but I don't want it to end. Cheese Whiz, trust me on this. Just power through. Power through. You won't regret it. But, yeah. Just season 9, like I said, season 9 as a whole is so damn good. I will say, though, because, the show's over and whatnot, my absolute favorite season is still season 5. Season 5 is so damn good. Because, again, for the longest time, Crusaders of the Lost Mark was my favorite episode. And then the last problem happened. I'm not ready to sob my heart out. Cheese Whiz, do it. Join us. If I had to do it, you got to do it too. Especially, that whole don't discuss spoilers in front of him. I'm not going to protect you with that forever. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where it's on you. In our town. There you go. Okay. So, those of you in the chat know about the March for Equality that we do, where I play that song and we march through the halls of conventions. There is Pony Life to float. I have not finished Pony Life. I still need to finish it, and it's actually really fun. I'm enjoying it. Pony Life is insane, but in a good way. Let me see. Spoilers, Big Mac turns into an apple and allows Equestria to discover gravity. Call me when there's an Isaac Newton pony. Expected didn't come out of her chest. Know a lot about it. Okay, so Gallup mentioned Tanks for the Memories. Oh my God, that is a really, really good episode for a variety of reasons. One of which I don't know for those who know or not, but 2016 was a really rough year for me because throughout the span of that time, I had to put not one, but 2. I had to put 2 dogs to sleep, and that is something I would not wish on anybody. It is a really rough thing to go through. Very, very emotionally draining and whatnot. But of course, especially after that happened, I developed I already liked it a lot, but I developed a significantly deeper appreciation for Tanks for the Memories. Let's see. Pony Life isn't amazing, but it gets way, way too much in. Yeah, I've told people this before. If you go into Pony Life with the same expectations as MLP, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Flashback at HarmonyCon Equality March when the communist flag we had. Yeah, it was fun. Need to watch the 2nd season. It's Indiana Jones joke. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm a last dog Oreo. Pony Life just goes way too fast for me. Just wasn't my cup of tea, for teacup, as Trixie would say. Remember when Fluttershy said peeve? Hey, language. I was talking about the second. See, and that's the thing is I still need to finish the 1st season of Pony Life. I don't know what it was. We started it, got distracted, and then just didn't pick it up. Let's see. Oh no, he's going to tell me to stop saying sorry because it's not my fault, but now in front of everyone, Lamau. I'm just so peeved. That's a good episode. It's one of those episodes that everyone hates Zephyr Breeze only because they see themselves in him. And I find that very, very funny. Zephyr was hilarious to me. I love that episode. It's a good lesson and whatnot. And the song is underrated. Can I Do It On My Own? That's a good one. Let's see. What episode was that? It's called Flutter Brudder. It's from season 6. Here's the $1 million question. Are you hyped for MLP G5? Hell yes, I am. G5, from what we have seen of it so far, looks like a lot of fun. I love Hitch. I already have a big soft spot for Hitch. Izzy is probably going to be my favorite. No, I am very hyped for G5. All throughout the last year or two, or a year or two ago, I was on that train of I'm not even thinking about G5 right now because we still had a bunch of stuff that we needed to focus on in the meantime. But now as more stuff comes out and whatnot, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I like how you can tell right away there's some really subtle callbacks to G4, which that's sweet. I appreciate that. Zipstorm is my favorite for G5. Fair. Like I said, for me, it's going to come down to Izzy and Hitch. I made it one episode longer than you did, but after that, my mom was just me. Do we know the voice actors yet? No. As far as I personally know, we do not. Though I'm excited for that too. We haven't seen it yet, Zipstorm. The hair reminds me of how Pixar mess. Yeah? But no. To answer Solar's question, yes, I'm very hyped for G5. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. G4 is always going to be like the primary thing that I hold near and dear to my heart. But that's even then, like it's kind of the same thing. It's going to be a different show, so don't go into it with the same expectations as a Friendship is Magic episode because it's not one. I am excited for G5 as well, and we'll be watching the movie. Okay, so that is like the one thing about G5 I'm a little concerned about. Unless something changed that I'm not aware of, I am a little concerned about how they're basically just going to dump all the episodes on Netflix all at once. So I don't know yet. Because there's gonna be people who want to give it the treatment of watching it like 1 week at a time. I get that. That's all well and good. But like, it's also, I hate saying it, but it's also tempting to get through it all at once just so you're immune to spoilers and whatnot, because especially on Twitter, they're gonna do that. And that was the thing with Friendship is Magic. I love that show with all my heart. That's probably the leakiest show I've ever seen in my entire life. Where season 7 or season 8 where there was just leaks constantly, and I remember there were people I just straight up unfollowed and whatnot because I got so irritated with seeing spoilers that they just posted because, all that. Let's see. Even though MLP is over, I'm surprised Well, because, cons don't have a... Okay. If you've ever heard the phrase, I came for the content, but I stayed for the community, that's exactly what this is. Even, right away, I knew that the show ending was not really going to have an impact on if cons, the future of cons, because the show has concluded, but we haven't. We're still here. We're still doing our thing. We're going to keep doing our thing. Wait, it's not coming out of the movie first. Yes, movie first series. Did you have an MLP waifu back in the day? Rainbow Dash, and also kind of Starlight. Back in the day, as if he doesn't have one now. Ouch, Geo. Man, my phone is going a little crazy in here. Right. And it's more of a horse bondo. It's both. It's Rainbow Dash, Starlight, and Soren. Anyways, so yeah, cons, I was never worried about what's going to happen to the cons and whatnot, especially as we're getting out of, especially as the physical events are starting to come back and we're getting out of that and whatnot. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing my friends in person again. The online events are a lot of fun. I love them. And the best part about them is I think they will still absolutely have a place, even as all the physical events come back and whatnot. This was before he became gay, unless he was gay. What are you talking about? Who? I'm not me? I'm bi. I'm not gay. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, and that's honestly that's kind of one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is seeing how the online conventions and whatnot adapt, because personally I think that they still absolutely have a place in the fandom and whatnot. And for those who don't remember, online conventions and whatnot didn't start because of the pandemic. Does anyone remember Horses at Home Con? They had been around long before coronavirus happened. Yeah, like they have been around, and Horses at Home was great. I loved it, and that was a ton of fun. But that was pretty much like what started online pony conventions online, and so then they retired, and then the pandemic hits. We're all in quarantine and whatnot, and so they start orchestrating like the online events and whatnot. Which again, like even with physical conventions coming back, the online events I think are still going to very much have their place. And personally, if conventions decide to just stop them, I think that's a huge opportunity lost. Like I think they're really missing out on doing that because there's a lot of people out there who unfortunately can't make it to the physical events. So you should still absolutely give them something. Oh, my apologies, Derek. Don't worry, you're fine. But yeah, I'm by. Do you know the song "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John? That song plays all the time at work. Yes, I know that song. And yeah, pretty much. I made the mistake too. You sure did. You sure did. And again, like I just think it's funny. Let's see. Ponyfest Online was my first online con, and then I branched out more after that. Didn't attend all of them, but I would say the vast majority. Ponyfest is a ton of fun. I'm glad they're still doing their thing. So I mean, yeah, but basically, like all these online events and whatnot, they are a result of the pandemic and whatnot. Whereas Horses at Home, back when that started, was just its own thing. Horses at Home ran, oh my God, it started in I believe it started in 2015. Yeah, 2015 was its first year, and it ran for about 4 years, and then I think it announced in 2020 that they were done. But no, Horses at Home was awesome. I loved it. And I was a panelist and whatnot, and also, not to brag, but I held the record for the longest panel, which I'm so proud of. We had a panel for Horses at Home. We had a panel go on. What was the exact time? I believe it was 9 hours and 22 minutes. And I am so happy about that. But yeah, that is certain. Wait, was it a Discord thing or its own site, Horses at Home? Yeah, like it was its own. It had its own site and its own Discord server, and I was a little bummed that it didn't keep the server because I was in it. Let me see. Yes. Also, Rip Ranger scored one more run. How do you manage to get that record? By not running out of things to. Okay, so you could say we potentially had a bit of an unfair advantage. What were you doing? Okay, so the panel itself was what was it called? It was Show and Tell Trip Down Memory Lane or something like that. And it's a panel that I like to do a lot with these. I think I was there for the part of that. You probably were, but basically like, it's where the meme "wow, that's a lot of stuff" came from. Where like I was living somewhere else at the time, but basically like the whole idea behind the panel was I bring in a bunch, and I mean like a bunch of like these containers and whatnot of all the various things that I've collected over the years at conventions. And basically, I just use that as a jumping off point to tell like what it is, what it means, why is it significant, why do I still have it, and just talk about like just the random stories and whatnot. That's a meme, never heard. Well, so it's a meme for amongst people that were a part of it, because basically, my setup had just like my desk had a bunch of stuff on it, and of course, Nora, God bless her, was she basically shouted in all caps in the chat, "Wow, that's a lot of stuff!" And so for the majority of the panel to just randomly shout, "Wow, that's a lot of stuff," kind of became the thing, and I couldn't really do anything about it. But yeah, basically, and that's not the only time I've done that panel. Like I've done it for other conventions as well, but it primarily got started with Horses at Home. And on that particular day, I remember I had two friends of mine who were over, and they were co-hosts of the panel for me. And we just, we were in my room and whatnot. And so when you have three people who've just, been to a lot of conventions, have a lot of stories to tell, and no one from the convention comes in and says, hey guys, your time is up. We just kept going. We just kept going and going and going. And we didn't stop. So, there was that. We just never ran out of things to talk about. And, we kind of dragged on showing. And the best part is we didn't get to, it's borderline impossible to show off every single little thing that I've collected over the years. I feel like if I did that, it may get just a teensy bit boring. But, I made sure to be pretty selective of, what we did show off because, some things have a little more significance than others. Now, the bulk of those things are not at where I am right now. They are at my family's place, but I know exactly where they are. If I really wanted to, I could go get them anytime I want. I'm really sorry, my dad distracted me and I couldn't listen. What was the panel again? You're fine. So, to bring Geo back up, basically, like what Spikey said, it was like a big show and tell where I just got a bunch of stuff from all I've accumulated over the years at various conventions. And they range from all sorts of stuff. Things that they're pretty self-explanatory what they are, to things that unless you had no context of what it was, this is just a stick or whatever. It's basically we just showed it off, explained why it was significant to us, told stories, and just kept that going for a long time because I've learned that's one of my favorite things to do is just tell random stories. Because believe me, I've got tons. For 9 hours. Well, like I said, when you've got the three of us who have done a lot of these cons together, don't run out of stories, and the con isn't coming in and saying, "Hey, you guys need to close the panel." They just kind of let us keep going. So that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did, and we didn't really stop. We started around we started around 5 o'clock. We started at around 5 o'clock, and we didn't end until 1 or 2 a.m. And I remember, as a way to quote unquote celebrate holding the record, we all just went to IHOP at 2 in the morning. Random stories. Oh, well, thank you. I do love telling the random stories. That's why the song "We Were Here" is so significant to me, because that basically is an amalgamation of that. There you go. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. No ellipsis though, just go straight into it. Own it. Yeah, I also love hearing them, hence why I love Stable Condition. See, okay. Okay. Gio, I'm glad you brought that up. So this is probably a good time to share this. I still need to put in. Let me adjust my camera. There we go. I still need to put in a lot of the work for it and whatnot, but I do have some good news where I have every intention of bringing Stable Condition back. I think I've mentioned that to Gio before. It's going to be different because my three co-hosts don't particularly want to do it anymore, just because they're busy doing their own things, or they're just really, really difficult to get a hold of. So I think I'm going to go solo with it. I think it's just going to be a solo podcast because that's just the easiest way to go about it and whatnot. But I have every intention of bringing Stable Condition back because there's a lot of, especially now, because Stable Condition kind of stopped around late 2017, and I don't think I need to tell you all that a lot has happened in the fandom since 2017. A lot has happened in the fandom, in the show, it ending, but that's very much something I want to get going again because I miss it. Podcasting was a lot of fun, and Dewie talks into a mic, the podcast. Yeah, but I mean, look, let me put it to you this way. The podcast is going to be a lot more focused than, no offense, this. This is just us randomly chatting and whatnot. Every episode of Stable Condition, I would have, a focused thing to do. I've been jotting down things that I want to, specific things I want to dedicate, episodes to. And a lot of them would be just, revisiting old topics that we did on the old Stable Condition. Just to give a couple of examples, and I'm only going to share the examples from previous Stable Condition episodes that already exist. Let me see. What makes a pony convention special and different from other conventions? How different is the show in later seasons compared to earlier seasons? Let me see. How do we feel about the Equestria Girls movies? Just telling random pony stories. Bronies being the gateway fandom to other fandoms. And just random stuff like that. And like I said, since then I have plenty of other topics that I want to discuss, but I'm not sharing them yet because I want to keep them a surprise. Where can I download the old episodes? I will answer that momentarily. It's kind of like my once a month show that I do with my best friend on my channel. Hey, perfect. See, Spiky knows what it's talking about. That's a lot of fun. Actually, now that you mention that, why does the early season have their own look? Well, because the animation got significantly better over the years. Like, I love every season of this show, but go back and watch a season 1 episode and you will notice there's a lot of animation hiccups. They don't take away from the episode. They don't subtract. If anything, they make the episode more enjoyable. But for God's sake, just go watch the Ticketmaster and tell me if you notice something in the crowd whenever Rainbow Dash is giving her little fantasy about like how she would go and wow the Wonderbolts. Seriously, it's amazing seeing like, oh my God, how did we not see this after all this time? But yeah, it's going to be sometime, hopefully in the next couple of months. I still just have to set some stuff up in the meantime, but I do have every intention of bringing Stable Condition back. It's just going to be different. It's just going to be me. However, obviously, I would still bring on guests every now and then. In fact, at some point, be it in their own individual episodes or all together, one of my ideas is to bring back all of the former members of Stable Condition back on for an episode. But what is in the crowd I was missing? I'm not going to tell you. Let's just say there's a really bad animation flub. By its own look, I meant the colors were a bit more muted. Well, yeah, they were a bit more muted, but also, wow, it's Blanket. Welcome. That's a way to make an entrance. Also, Cheese Whiz. I'll show you the links to the episodes later. Dear Face, Deuster, yes. Hi, Blanket. Yeah. So, like, I still have some technical difficulties in terms of like setting music software up and whatnot that I still need to, unscrew up and whatnot. But once that should take me no longer than like the rest of June. Once we get into July, I have music I very much want to go back to working on because again, it's been almost a year since I put something new out, and that does mess with me. The last thing I put out was Reflection. Now, granted, it was a 40-song album, but still, like I've been in that territory where like I have a bunch of songs that I've been working on all at once. It's just none of them are finished. So I want to change that, especially now that I have a new rig and whatnot. Anyways, so yeah, Stable Condition is coming back. It's just going to be a little different. I still have the old episodes from whenever it was me, Tibber, Trixie, and J-Thor doing it. So I'm certainly looking forward to that again. Let's see, we're at 7. Thank you again for joining me. I know this got off to a bit of a slow start while I tried to, think about how to properly go about this. And the funny thing is, I think this is getting me, in a weird way, this is getting me kind of prepared for, talking solo like this for podcasts and whatnot. And with the new Stable Condition, what I planned on doing, and this is subject to change and whatnot, but what I was thinking of was like having majority of the episodes be, pre-recorded, and they'd be pre-recorded, and I tackle insert specific topic here. But every now and then I was thinking perhaps like once a month or so, having a live stream of Stable Condition where basically we do this or something very, very similar. That way, like, whatever following it gets would still be able to engage with, the crowd and whatnot, and not just everything be pre-recorded. So, that'd be a fun thing to tackle. So, Stable Condition is on my mind. Music is absolutely on my mind, and I do plan on doing a lot more, because I know I've been doing a lot of playing for like the online pony convention events, and that's great. I have it. As long as they keep accepting me, I'm gonna keep doing it because that's a ton of fun. But especially because after all this time, I still owe the Cider Fest makeup set that I mentioned earlier. Because of that, I still want to do like live stream concerts on my own time where like I can just keep playing as long as I want and don't have to worry about my bad time management skills. Let's see. Not going to have co-host through Zoom. I suck at Zoom. I am not good at Zoom at all. Like I said, I still very much want to have guests on every now and then, but like your typical solo episode would probably be just me, because I feel like that's just the easiest way to go about it, where like I can just record an episode, do some editing on my time. I don't have to like go through the hassle of like, all right, are you good to join me? Arranging all of that. This way I can just go straight into it, bam, 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 So that's probably what it's going to be. You don't suck at Zoom. Zoom's... I mean, so I actually have very little experience with Zoom. The most I have used Zoom is for musician Q&As for the various online events. Like, we had with the musician Q&A for Winnie City, that was through Zoom. The Cider Fest one, that was also through Zoom, and I felt bad because, again, like I kept talking about with the Cider Fest makeup set. For those who don't know, I was supposed to perform at the last Ponyville Cider Fest, the online event, back in November, but around that time is when I personally got coronavirus, and so I had to deal with that and cancel my set because I didn't really want to, take a chance. So ever since then, I've been talking a big game about how like I want to do a makeup set, and here we are 8 months later, and I still haven't done it yet. And so I have every intention of crossing that off my list. But at least that way I can just, do it and play as long as I want. Which I think, would be a good way to do a makeup set. Because I've always kind of liked the idea of just doing like a super long impromptu concert where I just keep playing until I feel like stopping. And if I wasn't on a time constraint tonight, and if I started earlier in the day, quite frankly, I probably would have done that with this. But, there's always another time. That's not really going to be an issue. Thank you by the way, because I was setting it up earlier as a just in case, but thank you to Gallup, who is technically the first person to have ever bought me a coffee on my new coffee account. I just set that up earlier today as a just in case, but if you check the description, there is a coffee link now. So I will mess around with that and see how that goes. Keep playing until I feel like stopping. Well, considering the fact that I did a panel for 9.5 hours a couple of years ago, that's not impossible. Of course, playing and singing for 16 hours straight sounds like absolute murder, and that's way different than just, talking. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I have not forgotten. I have every intention of doing it, and doing it regularly, because it is fun. It's a lot of fun to do that. And also, I will have my fair share of things to promote, so just giving you guys some music would be a fun way to do that, Anyways, let's see. It's 11:17. Yeah, I still have over an hour, about an hour and a half before I gotta go get Nevi. So, I'm still pretty okay on time. I don't know how you guys are, Let's see. I keep wanting to set up a coffee account, but I worry it will sound lame, making it sound like I deserve people's money for nothing. I mean, I'm not like it's weird for me because like I just made this account a couple of hours ago, so I can't really fairly say. I don't know. Um, I say personally, I say make it. Go ahead and make it because the worst thing that can happen is just nobody donates to it. That's like the worst thing. Um, and I somehow just mentioning it, someone donated to mine earlier, which again, thank you very much, Gallup. I do appreciate that, but I mean, I don't like just cast the line out there. Why not? Um, let me see. Um, I'm waiting for somebody in the chat to say something that basically makes me go, all right, no, hold up. I could talk about this for like the next 90 minutes. So yeah, like I appreciate the questions too. I have this weird infatuation with Q&As and whatnot. Just because like I think they provide like just enough structure to be able to still go in a semi-linear path through something, but also have a little bit of freedom with it. Because if it's one thing I've learned I'm good at, it's killing time. Is water wet? Yeah, water is wet. So thank you, fantastic, Gio. I appreciate that. Not yet, but I may need to go. I may need to go take a bathroom break real quick. Like I said, not now, but I may need to go pee here in a little while. And I know that's not helping. Is it though? I don't know, man. You clearly want to. I can see I'm looking in the screen. I can see a car outside. So let's see. We are still hovering around 8 people. Thank you again. I do appreciate it. I think this is. I don't know what it is, but like if you've seen my recent concerts and whatnot, typically it's getting to the point where this will not make it through the show. That will not make it through the show because I take it off because I'm like burning up. I can get really, really, really hot. Let's see. Check your what? Oh, I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but thank you very much. Okay, I now have a coffee account linked in my Twitter bio. I may take it down later. I mean, once it's up, dude, it's up. Just leave it up. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is just nobody donates to it. I mean, hell, I've technically had a Patreon that's been sitting there forever. I just haven't is coffee mainly for music? No. From my understanding of it, it's just an online tip jar for anything. Artists have used it. Musicians use it. It's basically, like I said, it's basically just a tip jar for people to donate to regardless of what you're doing. Like I said, artists use it. Musicians use it. Podcasters use it. Just anyone who is making any kind of content to give to people. And the whole thing about it is like, hey, I'll buy you a coffee. And then basically they can donate. Okay, like Patreon. Kind of. With Patreon, when you do that, you offer, the content creator typically offers perks for them to consistently donate. And I know Patreon sets it up in one of two ways. You can either charge your patrons monthly, or you can. I think there's been instances where they get charged every time you put out a new video. Personally, I prefer doing it monthly, but that's just me. Largely because like I'm still at the stage where it's pretty inconsistent how often I'll put out videos. I'm changing that soon, but I would still when I relaunch my Patreon and whatnot, it's just gonna be monthly. I'm not gonna leave it up to that. But with coffee, there isn't really like any kind of reoccurring perks or whatnot. It's just a one-time donation. It's like hey, here you go. Drop it in the tip jar, and that's that. Yeah, but it's not a subscription. Yeah, that's how it works. Those are the two. Yeah, pretty much. Had to call you a doofus. Well, thank you. So yeah, like, and you know, something else, I'm pretty sure like video game streamers use coffee a lot too. I can't imagine them not. Like, and that's kind of what I'm looking at with it, is like, it's a resource, you might as well use it. Hey, you hit 10. Oh yeah, so I did. And every now and then I will hover around those, and you know, as I do this more often, you know, we'll get more people, which is great. But like, you know, a lot of it is on me, because you know, I start, at least in my time, I started like pretty late at night. I started at like 10 p.m. and I'm in the central time zone, so I'm gonna try to do this. And like, I get it, it's a Friday, but even then, I would probably try to do this like a lot earlier in the day, so more people will know. And if I do it, I gotta pick a schedule that like people are gonna know when to come back. It can't be like one of those like, I might do a stream tonight, I might not, I don't know. But like, if you get like a consistent schedule, regardless of what it is, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, which is probably what it would be, monthly, or just, you know, whatever, so long as like they know what to come back to and when to do it, and they don't have to check in, I feel like that would be, you know, very, very helpful. Hold on, I need to check something real quick. There's my coffee account right there. Let me see. Something important. Okay. Anyways, you're really entertaining. I didn't realize how much time had passed. Now it's, oh, well, thank you. And that means a lot, because I feel like half of this has just been me pulling this out of my hat. Like, oh, what do I say now? Finally, a streamer that has a schedule. What a concept. They don't exist. Yeah, I mean, watching Dewie try to get his Kingdom Hearts stream going, I can tell it's a massive pain in the butt when it comes to like, you know, scheduling and whatnot. They don't exist. One thing why BlepCon is so well attended is probably because all the events are there you go. And I think that's the secret sauce, is just like, do it regularly. Even if you have 5 people attending or 500 people, just so long as they know to look forward to it at this specific time, you should. I don't see why not. Who do you want to coach? Who do you want to coach the Mavs? Oh man, I'm still bummed about the Rick Carlisle news. That actually does bum me out. I don't know, man. I may have to get back to you on that one, but yeah, my Mavericks are in a weird spot right now. Kind of wish other Mavs fans would stop pressing the panic button, because I don't think it's that bad. But you know, we clearly have some things to iron out in the offseason, which, I mean, now's the time. But I mean, rambling is great if you are an interesting person, which you are, so don't sweat it. Thank you. Fun fact, I've never attended a BlepCon. Should I go to one? Absolutely. BlepCon is a lot of fun. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of the con regulars and just people that I know throughout the years in there, and also some new faces too. Yeah, you should definitely, you should absolutely go hang out in BlepCon. Excuse me again. Personally, the thing I attend the most there is the Tuesday webcam hangouts. Sometimes they do get canceled just because of like either technical difficulties or Taylor has to go do something else, because he's the one who hosts them. But yeah, you should, and listen to Spiky and Gallup. Go to BlepCon. It's a lot of fun. And in case you didn't know, that's what that used to be the BronyCon server. That's BlepCon was born from BronyCon server, and because, you know, they didn't want the server to just, you know, stop doing anything because BronyCon retired, they just turned it into the BlepCon server. Now it is what it is today. But yeah, go to BlepCon. They should be able to hook you up with an invite just fine.
come to our Tuesday night webcam hangouts. They're a lot of fun. Spiky and Gala probably know I'm not able to make it out to all of them because for some reason, despite it being a day off, Tuesday tends to be a rather busy day for me for one reason or another. I mean, obviously last Tuesday, it was my birthday, so of course it was busy. But so there's that. Friday night is the game night, which is what they're doing right now. Monday, as Gallup mentioned, is sports, where we talk about, I think it runs for 2 hours, and then after that, Zan does his music stream. I can't remember the whole schedule because, I haven't seen the whole schedule. I haven't seen the whole schedule because I don't attend all of them. Ooh, game night. What game? Every time I've checked in, they're usually playing Jackbox. I've heard I'm pretty sure they'll play Among Us every now and then. But every time I personally have kind of just peeked in and be like, all right, what's going on in here? It's Jackbox, which I have no problem with that. I love Jackbox. And I mean, there are some Jackbox games that I'm not super crazy about and I'll probably sit out. But for the most part, yeah, it's solid. The freak is Jackbox. So Jackbox is a really fun party game that you can play through your phone and have it be connected to everybody else. And they're games of all sorts, but it really is one of those things. It really is one of those things where it's probably best just shown rather than told. I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. Just go type in Jackbox Quiplash or whatever. That's right. Sunday is movie night. They don't really do anything on Saturdays, but that's right. I mean, God bless Thoth because he also does. He has his own completely separate server where they stream movies every weeknight, and so that's also a lot of fun. That's how I've been able to watch some movies that I either have never seen before or just have not seen in a long time. So he's got a good thing going on over there too, and Thoth is one of the he's one of the big, I guess, players in BlepCon. No, he's a great dude. He and I have actually become pretty good friends. I'll have to write that down for Thursday. Yeah, you should. I have not played Among Us in a good few months. I've still never played Among Us. I don't know. I just never got around to it. No Among Us. I'll probably play it eventually, but just for some reason I've yet to do it. What is this? Just random. Just get random messages. Let's see. We're at 8. I might as well just. When I get bored, I'll typically just get this out and just start strumming, and sometimes. This is honestly quick little music thing. This is how so many songs get written, is just randomly strumming, and then halfway through it you're like, oh, I like that, and then you'll get your phone out, record that quick little 30-second thing, and then revisit it, and next thing you know it becomes a full-length song. So that's always that's always the fun thing. Also, can you guys can you hear the guitar decently? Because again, no music gear is set up. I don't have a cable or a mic. My mixer isn't plugged in or anything. So this is very much coming through the default internal mic on my computer. So I definitely would not do this whenever I'm doing I definitely would not do this during when I'm doing an official set. As for me, you record it, forget you have it on your phone, and find it 6 months later. Hey, that's better. That's still great because 6 months later you're coming back to it with objectivity. Which let's see. Like I said, if I keep drinking this, I'm gonna have to pee soon. Mm. Let me tune it real quick. Because I may have an idea or two, but let's see. Turn on. There we go. You know what? Since we were mentioning it earlier, that's the thing about that. There we go. Okay, I'm good. Gulp. Most of my parody ideas come from hearing a song and me saying, hey, I can change up those words, and I immediately have to write down. A Thunderstruck parody. I'd like to see that. I think that'd be pretty funny. Yeah. Aw, Galen, you're too sweet. I failed. What do you mean you failed? Like, yeah, my birthday was on Tuesday, but like, I still appreciate the belated wishes. Hi, Galen. Welcome to the welcome to the stream. I'm late, but I'm here. Don't worry, Iron. We started late. So again, like, I don't really have any music gear set up and whatnot. I'm just kind of doing this, it's like a little impromptu thing, and I am just kind of somewhat watching the clock because, like I said, I gotta go. I do have to go get Nevi at some around 1. Yes, I do. I have a couple of pony parodies that I still need to get to, but so far the only ones I think to my name are the Rock Farm and Just Smile, which by sheer coincidence are just Pinkie Pie parodies. I have one for I've been working on for Lyra. What time is it for you? Right now it is 11:35 p.m. So, like I said, I still have a little bit of time. That's why I'm not going the whole 9 yards with setting up a mic, getting the mixer ready, getting the cables out and whatnot. Mostly I just need to do things. Well, welcome, Galen. I'm glad you could join us. Summer break can become a very bad time. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. Hey, look at that. We're back at 10 people. Yay, Lyra. Yeah, I have a Lyra one I'm working on. That's the one that immediately comes to my head. If you give me some time, I'll probably remember the others. Let's see. I'm gonna fall asleep not because of you, but because it's so damn late. Fluttershy, yay. That's fair. And don't worry, even if you were I'm going to bed, I wouldn't jump to the conclusion of, oh, he's doing it because we're boring him. He hates us. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah. That. It's been a while. Where do you live? Oh, I'm talking to him. I'd say, Gallup, you know where I live. The set I'm working on right now is dedicated to Princess Luna, coming along really well so far. Great! That's really cool to hear. I ought to stream more on Twitch. Shame I don't stream as often. I don't think I know anybody personally who is content with how often they stream. Everyone I know says the exact same thing. I wish I streamed more than I did. Let's see. Oh yeah, Cheese Whiz is from Canada. Let's see. I'm still noodling around with like, because I want to do a full band thing of it. I'm currently in Utah. Anyone else from around here? I don't think anyone in here is from Utah right now. At least not amongst this group. Let's see. I have a friend in Prince Edward Island. How dare they speak my homeland's name like that? Right. Yeah, come on, Aiden. Come on, Aiden, do something. For chat's sake, Dewie and I share the same city. Yes, that's true. Yep. Iron and I are in the same general vicinity. And Gallup isn't too far from us either. Big bonus points to anyone who recognizes that. I'll give you a hint. It's not a pony song. Speak of the devil, there's Nora. Hi, Nora. Let's see. Dewie and I share the same. Yes, Gio. You're in the same city club as well. Don't worry. Just finished a movie double feature. No, it's not Rush either. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. Is it a Rush song? That little lick I was just playing is a Rush song, but no, it is not. Actually, if I start playing it, I'm gonna guess. Look here, I'll play it. I'll start playing it. 3 people. I anticipate, and I'm not gonna tell you which ones they are. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna guess 3 people. If I start playing this, you are gonna go, "Oh my God, he's playing that!" So screw it. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if I'm gonna get through the whole song because I may start laughing, but here we go. I'll give you a hint. Very 80s. I walked along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. Meet a girl like you. With auburn hair and tawny eyes. The kind of eyes that hypnotize me through. Hypnotize me through. And I ran so far away. And I just I ran all night and day. I couldn't get away. Well, first off, I'm very happy with the chat that way more people than I thought would know this song, so thank you. And one of the people who I thought would know it just said, I don't know it. Oh, that's right! Oh my God, that's right. It's from Vice City. That's not where I heard it from, but yeah, that's right. It is in there. That's funny. That's genuinely funny. Above your face, I feel a beam of light come shining down on you, shining down on you. The cloud is moving nearer still. Aurora Borealis comes in view. Aurora comes in view. And I ran so far away. And I just I ran all night and day. I couldn't get away. I always love playing something that makes the chat go like. I love playing something that that like no one expects me to play. Clippers beat Jazz. Damn it! That game's over. The Clippers won. Damn it! Oh, that makes me mad. Fine, go Suns. Go Suns all day and night. All right. Damn, that makes me mad. All right. Let me. I hate saying it, but that would have thrown me off too. Damn. But yeah, A Flock of Seagulls. I ran so far away. At some point, I really want to do. I really do want to do that song. You know, for. Oh, actually, hang on. Since we're on this train of. I just need to check something real quick. Come on. No. I'm still here, don't worry. Just doing it so I can. Although they will make their first NBA Finals. I sure hope not. Thanks, you're fine. It's not Grayscale's fault. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me see something real quick. Just testing something out real quick. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. So I'm obviously stepping outside of the fandom and whatnot, and you know, even though I haven't set music gear up yet, I wanted to play at least something. So here, let's do it. Let's have another game of do you recognize this song? And again, definitely not Pony. First person to get in the chat, I don't have anything to offer. Run and tell all of the angels, this could take all night. I think I need a devil to help me get things right. Hook me up a new revolution, 'cause this one is a lie. Iron got it. We sat around laughing and watching the last one die. And I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something to help me burn out bright. And I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of lying. Make my way back home when I learn to fly high. I'm so happy y'all know your Foo Fighters. This is my favorite Foo Fighters song. I think I'm done nursing the patience, and it could wait one night. I give it all away, but give me one last try. And we'll live happily ever trapped if you just save my life. Run and tell the angels that everything's alright. And I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something to help me burn out bright. And I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home when I learn to fly high. Make my way back home when I learn to fly. Along with me, I can't quite make it alone. I try to make this life my own and fly along with me. I can't quite make it alone. I try to make this life my own, and I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for for a sign of life, looking for something to help me burn out bright. And I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home when I learn to look into the sky to save me. Looking for a sign of life, looking for something to help me burn out bright. And I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home when I learn to fly high. Make my way back home when I learn to. Make my way back home when I learn to. Thank you. It's a little rough around the edges because I actually have not played that song in a while. I definitely plan on doing something with it, but I love that song. I'm going to catch back up in the chat. Hi, Taylor. Welcome. Ooh, you have a birthday in June as well. Well, happy early birthday. Let's see. The Simpsons is my favorite show. Love the classics. I must have missed something. I got caught up playing Foo Fighters, and the chat just started talking about The Simpsons. Probably because of the Aurora Borealis thing earlier. But yeah, hope you guys like that, because I do love that song. And, you know, I'll make sure to polish it a little more as I play it more, because it has been a while. Let's see. How about, like, something, like, in the fandom? Something that, like, the majority of the chat is going to know, instead of having those people be like, I don't know this. Also, Gallup, I keep telling you, like, stop equating music taste to age. Like, oh, he's too young for this. Like, again, my favorite band's from '68. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Let me see. Brent Smithers from Burns Casino. Sure. You took all the money and just made... Oh, pfft. I think the chat is just gonna start spamming into Simpsons quotes now, and I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. We're at 10 watchers now, though. That's nice. And hey, look at this. I'm gonna be able to hit the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna be able to hit the 2-hour mark like I wanted to last time, but wasn't able to. My favorite band is from the mid-90s, but if you dig deeper, they go back to the mid-80s. And what band would that be, Cheese Whiz? Let me see. Damn. Could y'all hear that? My roommate sneezed really loudly. Most of my favorite music is either before my team or whenever. I'm assuming you meant before my time. Well, Gray, I know you're like a massive Prince fan, so there you go. Somebody said you were a baby when it came out. Oh, you were? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, then I apologize. I misunderstood. Most of my favorite music is either before my time or when I was a kid. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Round, get... Gia with the Beach Boys up in here. Chad, I don't want to alarm you, but Dewey's gonna be riffing now. Nuh-uh. Let's see. Oh, you know what? So, this is me. I accuse you of being a big... Iron, how could you? I ain't no big babu. How dare you? I don't care. Let's see. They call the scissors... Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know them. Let me see. Another song. Again, this one's outside the fandom. I heard this. There's something about like a big famous hit, be it pop or otherwise, that like everyone else gets super into, and I'm super late to discovering it for myself. So when I get into the song like 5 years after it's out, Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're just now hearing about that." Um, I have such a love. Real quick, when it comes to Iron, I have such a love-hate relationship with Hotel California. I'm definitely going to. I'm obligated to cover it at some point due to past events. But no, I am not talking about Hotel California. But I recently discovered this, and funny enough, this was on at work earlier today. So if you know it, here you go. I love this song. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, I'd leave it all. My acres of land that I have achieved, it may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. 'Cause baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. Has anyone figured it out yet, please? My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up her on. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. 'Cause baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. I mean, you can. And oh, give me one good reason why I should never make a change. 'Cause baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. My friends and family, they don't understand. You feel the lose so much if you take my hand. Oh, for you, I'd lose it all. Correct. Oh, for you, I'd lose it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. 'Cause baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. Not quite. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. 'Cause baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. Thank you. And yes, it was definitely Budapest by George Ezra, who, like I said, I just recently discovered. And yeah, he is 8 days older than me. But no, I love that song. I'm gonna catch back up on the chat. George Ezra. So yeah, Iron got it right. Spiky got it right. I watched that about a month ago or two. Yeah, I really like that song. All right, so we're nearing about the point, about an hour before I should go get Nevi. I'm still okay right now. Let me see. Still wondering what's gonna become of the French Dispatch. Oh, you could totally call bias, and it's totally fair if you do. But like my favorite Wes Anderson film is still Fantastic Mr. Fox, which again, you have my full permission to call bias on that, because you're right. But it is, like, even then, it's still just a damn good movie. Let's see. We're down to 8. That is fine. Let me see. Just I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm kind of burning up in here. Mr. Fox is so amazing. Oh, not Geo. Cheese Whiz. You've seen that movie? Fantastic Mr. Fox is really good with George Clooney, Meryl Streep. Cuss You Say is your favorite West movie. Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Are you gonna cuss and do something about it? You cuss and cuss? Me listening to this in the background. Oh, well, thank you, Gio. I appreciate that. So, to enlighten Cheese Whiz a little bit, the reason why Fantastic Mr. Fox is so, like, important, I guess, to people like me is because back when Nightmare Nights was a thing, we had a tradition of at the end of the con, like after the closing ceremonies and whatnot, we would all go into J. Thor's room and watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. And that started from the first Nightmare Nights when we all were hanging out at a room party, and they just started playing that. They just started playing that movie on the TV. But man, like that was such a memorable room party too. If you with the music video for We Were Here, there's actually at least like 1 or 2 clips from that same room party that are used in it. And I still think it's really funny with that song that like the entire process of making it took about like 9 to 10 months. I did that damn video in a single night. I don't know. That's just something that always made me, laugh a little. Let's see. Also, I know it's You Feel the Heat. It's not here. Oh, I mean, I'm immune to the heat. Like, it does not bother me. I can't help but notice, like, ooh, it's a little hot. Including the back of my head. Yes, Scallop, including the back of your head. It's definitely hot where I am with all the dew points in the 70s, so it makes it. Yeah, it was like 90 something earlier today, and I love it. Again, like, this is my weather. This is my jam. Just wait until we get into winter, whenever, I start complaining about anything below like 60 or 55 degrees. Then I'll turn into the biggest baby. Utah is a scorcher. Yeah, I would imagine, especially with like, Salt Lake City being so close to lakes and whatnot, it's probably really humid. As someone who lived in Texas for 18 years, the heat doesn't affect me. See, there you go. I remember chatting with Peter. So did I. Yeah. Peter New and I had a bit of a discussion about like how we came into possession of one another's hats. I've only lived in Texas for 12 years, and so it's still like this. Like it's actually not humid here. It's very dry. Okay, fair enough. I still imagine that has some discomfort that comes with that and all that stuff. Why is my tolerance for the heat and cold so similar to Dewie? I don't know. Which is weird because you've lived in Texas for a long time, but you are very much not from here. You're in a place where like the weather is like the literal opposite of Texas. So I'm afraid I can't help you. I can't help you with that one. Let me see. Just to fill the space, I got another one. Spiky, this is kind of for you since we were talking about parodies earlier, and I do love playing this during my online sets. It's just a good. It's always like a great chill. I'd like for you to meet a friend of mine. She'll show you how you can really shine. Don't go thinking it's real hard to do. It's a reason to never feel blue. Just smile every single day and night. Just smile, it'll lift you up. It's the best advice she can give. So trust Pinkie Pie, trust Pinkie Pie. No, sorry, it's not Rock Farm, but I could do that if you wanted me to. this isn't too far away. It doesn't cost any bits to stay. There's no reason for you to be shy. Why don't you come on and give it a try? Just smile every single day and night. Just smile, it'll lift you up. It's the best advice she can give. So trust Pinkie Pie, trust Pinkie Pie. Thank you, Grayscale. That is correct. All I had to do was show a smile, and that alone made it all worthwhile. I owe it all to that pink pony. Won't you come and share this joy with me? Just smile every single day and night. Just smile, it'll lift you up. It's the best advice she can give. So trust Pinkie Pie, trust Pinkie Pie. Just smile every single day and night. Just smile, it'll lift you up. It's the best advice she can give. So trust Pinkie Pie, trust Pinkie Pie. Ooh, show us your smile. Ooh, show us your smile. Ooh, show us your smile. Show us your smile. Thank you. I can tell how much your voice has progressed since the original recording. You sound really good even off the cuff. Oh, well, thank you. Especially after having to go back and listen to all of the stuff from Reflection to prepare Reflection. There's a lot, because, like, again, the rule I had for myself with that was I am not allowed to add any new tracks to anything on there, period. I had no choice but to work with what I made. And a lot of times it was okay, especially in, 2016 and onward, I had a decent grip of what I was doing. But sometimes, 2015 and earlier, it got kind of brutal. And there were some things, like if I sent you just like, for example, in that recording of Just Smile, you would laugh hysterically if I sent you just the piano track and you go, oh my god, this sounds so wimpy and pitiful. Because it was. Because I had, when it comes to like, writing MIDI and whatnot, I had no idea what I was doing back then. So that's always fun, and all the more reason to eventually go back and, redo that. But yeah, I'm glad you like Just Smile. It's always nice to play something like that for like, not really taxing on the voice or anything. And I always love like, throwing it in the set because it's super chill and whatnot. And again, because Spikey mentioned parodies earlier, and that and Rock Farm are the two in my arsenal right now. So thank you for that. We're still at 2. I mean, it's not 2. We're at 10. 2 hours is what I was looking at. But yeah, thank you. Just the piano. I need to hear this. I'd have to do some digging, but yes, I could. You will. You'll laugh. It's pretty god awful. I had to do some heavy lifting in terms of mixing to get that in a presentable state after all these years. Let me see. Let me see. Try something real quick. You hit... No, I didn't hide it. No, I did not hide it in the mix. But I did definitely have to get a little creative with how it is presented. One sec. I forgot to tell you that I couldn't get a reservation. In other words, catches. Yeah, he figured it out. All right, well, I'm busted, so I might as well go ahead and follow through with it. Good ear, Cheese Whiz. Good ear. So yeah, I'll go and do that. Ah! I don't know what happened there. We're far apart in every way, but you're the best part of my day. And sure as I breathe the air, I know we are the perfect pair on a prickly path that goes on for miles. But it's worth it just to see you smile. And I cannot be pulled apart from the hold you have on my heart. And even if the world tells us it's wrong, you're in my head like a catchy song. Seasons change and leaves may fall, but I'll be with you through them all. And rain or shine, you'll always be mine. On a prickly path that goes on for miles. You're the only one who makes it all worthwhile. And you should not blame me too if I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Again, I always like throwing something in like that because there are instances where, depending on the set, I need to rest my voice a little bit, and that does always help me. Let me see, 12:10. We're actually doing pretty decently on time, especially now that I gotta start, watching the time. Okay. Sorry, it's just Mum, and no, she's not gonna call the stream this time. I think I'm gonna head out for this stream. It was nice getting to listen to a couple of your songs. The funny thing is, every song I have played so far, they're not my songs. They're all covers, but I appreciate that. I can start playing original songs. But yeah, Gio, take care. Thank you for joining us. And like I said, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that this is a normal, consistent thing. Because I do enjoy doing this. Catchy song always does good in the set. Well, thank you. Like I said, she's going to bed right now, so she's not gonna call the chat this time. But that was fun. That was a fun conversation. I need to listen to the playback of that actually. Let me see. Tell you what, call out one. Well, I'll see you, Gio. Gray, I'm not leaving it. Gio is. I still got a little bit of time. Let me see. Tell you what, call out one of my songs that is not Carrying My Water. That is not Carrying My Water or We Were Here. Okay, Glimmer. I don't normally play it. I don't normally play it this low, so give me a second with this one. Equal anger and equal I break. Guided what I felt was mine to take. Yeah, I can do that. Hey, I definitely did not write Hey Jude, although I appreciate that. Well, Cheese Whiz said Glimmer first, so let me see if I can. No, Hey Jude is definitely not mine. That is the Beatles. I normally don't play Glimmer this low, so let's see if you know, I can register it right. Imprisoning what made them unique, forcing all to fall in my line, welcoming smiles cheek to cheek, a perfect world by my design, changing the crumbling past around us, can't ever change what I did to you, seeing each new future without us began to take its toll on me too. I can't take away the things I've done, but I'll undo the webs that I've spun. Equal anger and equal heartbreak, guided what was mine to take. Style that I felt was growing dimmer with the help of true friends found. I can feel my life slowly turning around, so much more than just a little glamour. I've never played it in this key before. Going against what I thought I knew at first, planning out just how to pick this apart. For one who was at the very worst, how does reformation even start? Couldn't magically make a friend, couldn't even let go of my own past. But now I've got my own letters to send and show what I've done will always last. I can't take away the things I've done, but I'm not gonna turn and run. Equal anger and equal heartbreak, guided what I felt was mine to take. Style that I felt was growing dimmer with the help of true friends found. I can feel my life slowly turning around, so much more than just a little glamour. Ethnicity, synchronicity, twisting everything I thought to be right. Time traveling, world unraveling, but now I've got my own future to rewrite. Equal anger and equal heartbreak, guided what I felt was enough to take. Style that I felt was growing dimmer with the help of true friends found. I can feel my life slowly turning around, so much more than just a little glimmer. Equal anger and equal heartbreak, guided what I felt was mine to take. With the help of true friends found, I can feel my life slowly turning around. There you go, Cheese Whiz. That's for you. I asked the high school notes that I don't know why I read the high school notes. The high notes that killed my voice when I tried to record a cover for you in the original key. Hey, Be Nice to Hey Jude. That is a phenomenal song. I'd say it's up there in my favorite Beatles songs. Let's see. It is a great one though, and I mean, there's all kinds of Beatles songs I adore. Let me see. Need to call it a night. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Grayscale. Have a good one, man. Like I said, I have about another good half hour before I got to start, calling it and whatnot. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I may... hold on 1 second. One sec. Sorry about the awkward silence. Give me 1 sec. Also, can you hear what's going on outside? There's a lot of like kids running around and whatnot at like 12 at night. Please let me. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me see. Whoa, hold your horses. Ha 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 ha. Very funny, guys. Sorry, I had something come up that I may need to look into here in a little while. So I'm so sorry for sharing this, but I'm tired. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Yeah, I can hear it strange. I had to take off my headphones so something noisy happened outside the window. I probably just couldn't. Hey, man. Welcome, Joris. I mean, they're still out there. Whatever that is. Whatever that is. Hang on. I'm curious. What is that? I can't really see. I can't really see what that is. Losing audio in the right earbud sucks too. I really like that. Not really sure what that is. Oh well. I mean, I'm just more surprised that there's kids out at like 12:30 at night. Let me see. I gotta get some sleep now. Work in the morning. Enjoyed hanging out with you here, Dewey. Have a good night, broski. All right. Thank you very much. You know what? I think I'm actually taking this as a. I myself should probably go ahead and start wrapping up pretty soon. Because like I may need to deal with a little something, and we did eclipse the 2-hour mark like I wanted. So I am happy about that. Well, if that is indeed the case, that we're going to start closing out, you know what I have to do to close it out. So and I know Gallup said we were here earlier, so winter wrap up. I would, but it's the summer, so. I'm kidding, but like I'll definitely play winter wrap up another time. But I'm gonna play this, and then I should probably go ahead and cut it and whatnot. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Megalovania thing. I mean, that was just a quick little thing of the. Whoa. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to answer for something. Or address a situation, I mean. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. The stakes could not be better said. We got to write our own history. I held tight every other soul who took part in the bliss with me. We lived it up with no looking back, like we never again see the day. The chapters written in our lives that nobody can take away. Let it be known that far and wide, we got to be who we are inside. Goodbye all doubts and fear. Let it be known that in the end, we recalled each smile and tear. We never blew away with the wind. Let it be known that we were here. Oh, we were here. Yeah, we were here. Yeah, there you go, Taylor. This place is perfect, take it with you. You're born in an ever-raging storm, an embrace that time can't erase, where returning is true to form. This is where we can come alive, where enemies shake hands and heal, where no matter what happens outside, these few days will always be real. Let it be known that far and wide, we lit a flame that never died. Goodbye all doubts and fear. Let it be known that in the end, we recall each smile and tear. We never blew away with the wind. Let it be known that we were here. Oh, we were here. Yeah, we were here. Remember that we were here. Echoes that will never fade, stories of nights that I would never trade. And long after my fate calls, remember the laughter held in these halls. Goodbye all doubts and fear. Let it be known that in the end, we recalled each smile and tear. I never blew away with the wind. Let it be known that we were here. Whoa, we were here. Yeah, we were here. Yeah, remember that we were here. Thank you, guys. I will always end music get-togethers and whatnot with that, unless there's like a very special circumstance that deems otherwise. And I am so looking forward to playing that for the first time at a physical convention. That is going to be a lot of fun. Let me see. So yeah. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for coming out to the stream. This was fun. Like I said, I am sorry that I did it so late in the night. The next time I do this with a lot more focus on music and whatnot, it will be earlier in the day. So yeah. So thank you guys very, very much. I do have to go get ready to get Nebby here in a little while. And I will definitely see you. Oh, crap. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I tried to do this last time, and I wasn't really able to. But for those that are in my server, I might, when I come back, I can't promise this, but I might do a short, quick little gaming stream. Because I did want to play a little bit of something later tonight. So I don't know, but I will keep you updated after we get back. So if you're interested in that, just kind of hang around, and I'll post an update in the server of like, yeah, I'll do it, or nah, I probably shouldn't. But either way, thank you, and also I appreciate the belated birthday wishes. I appreciate that. You guys are great. And thank you for hanging out with me. We'll do this again very soon. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you later.